And welcome back to Evolution 2017 Tekken 7 action. I'm Rip.
I'm Reno Face.
And we've got another crossover player. You know, we saw LTG a little bit earlier. This time we've got a Foxy Grandpa.
Foxy Grandpa.
Going up against Eggy Roll, a Foxy Grandpa, one of the best NRS players in the world, actually, from the UK. I'm not sure how he's doing in Injustice so far, but Injustice kicking off here today as well.
Yeah, we've seen a few NRS players compete in Tekken so far. I saw Tekken Master earlier.
Right.
Playing Eddie Gordo.
Did he win his match?
Yes, he did.
Boom.
And he was really happy about it. One might even say he mastered that match.
Oh, terrible. That's absolutely terrible.
It was. It's
Eggy
okay.
Roll. Is that a Bob Ross shirt?
That's a Bob Ross shirt. No mistakes, just happy coincidences.
Accidents.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jeez. No mistakes.
I couldn't read it. It's folded.
Just happy accidents.
All right, so we're going straight into it. Shaheen versus Asuka.
Yeah, is Foxy Grandpa using Asuka? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
not what I would expect.
You never know, man. I mean, I think he used Supergirl in Injustice 2. So he's not opposed to female characters.
Right.
You know, some people are, like Eris.
Yeah.
Although he's using a bunch of Josie lately.
JDCR too has always said he doesn't want to play any female characters.
And the counter. Coming out early from Foxy.
Now, I know you play both games, so do you think NRS skills translate well into Tekken skills at all?
I actually feel like the NRS games since Mortal Kombat 9 have been the true Street Fighter cross Tekken games. Because it's 2D like Street Fighter, but the combo systems are exactly like Tekken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I mean, the only thing they're missing are like the bound and the screw attacks. But other than that, the way the combo system works is identical.
Right, I mean, shows Foxy Grandpa doing just fine right there.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not going to have an issue with Tekken combos. It's just a matter of whether he's putting enough time to learn them.
Right.
Right now, the big 4-1 combo counter hits from Eggy Roll.
All right, nice reversal into the wall combo there. Gets the full 3-ring circus. Nice, now back to 1.
Yeah, Foxy, look for that counter at 4. What a Tooth Fairy off the sidestep.
Nice, ducks under the power crush.
Oh my God!
I don't know what happened there.
Went right underneath it. And look at that Tooth Fairy to hit ground and close it out. Foxy up 2-0 here. Counter.
Yeah, that's really been working out for him.
Oh man, he just did it. Got the wall spat off it.
Goes for a bound though, it looked like.
Yeah, interesting choice.
Counter hit down forward 1. That looked like it hurt.
Lost anyone. Yeah, counter lost anyone gives a free forward 2-3
it's like
with
Bruce's old one.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But pretty hard to confirm it.
Right.
Beautiful hop kick for the whiff punish.
All right, is he gonna take it? Oh, goes for the slide. Doesn't even need the follow up. Steps all over her face.
And here we go, Eggy on the board. Oh, don't whip.
Oh, no tailspin.
Yeah, he maybe thought the wall was close enough. Yeah, Eggy is getting away with a lot of that down back 2-1 from Shaheen. The second hit is high.
And there's no mix-up as far as I know.
Oh my God, the side steps. Everything missed after that. The forward 3 was a little bit late. The follow-up off the sneak stance was late.
No punish on the forward 2 though. Down for 1. Nice. All right, Asuka in the rage now.
Oh wow, he went for the crouch dash mix-up, but didn't get a crouch dash. And what a Tooth Fairy again. This should be enough damage to close it out. Will he go with the rage guard? Wall's in the way, finishing with the wall combo. Smart choice, and Foxy with the first game.
Man, Foxy looking pretty into it.
Yeah, and Foxy definitely has reflexes as well, so it'll be really interesting to see how far he gets in this bracket, in this pool.
I'm wondering why he likes the Asuka counter so much. Do you think it's because, like, is that something that translates from his NRS experience at all?
Not really, no. I mean, it might be one of those things where you see, as like you say, you're new to a fighting game, and you're really good at another fighting game. It's like, wait a second, she's got a counter she can hold. No one else can do that. You know, you don't recognize about the chickens and all that stuff, right? But so far, it's working out for him very well. And I think the biggest strength of his Asuka so far has been his whiff punishing with that forward 2.
Yeah, he's been super solid with that forward 2.
Yeah, look at his movement too.
Yeah,
there it is again.
Forward 2 we were talking about.
Now look at that, the float there, because he recognized the wall was close.
Yeah, he's definitely impressing me, you know.
Yeah, he definitely knows how to modify his combo correctly.
Round 2. Fight.
No, once again with the whip punish with the floor too. Gets a tailspin this time. All the way to the wall. Doesn't get a full wall combo though. Nice running tackle.
Oh, and the reversal on tackle. Yo, Foxy definitely has Tekken experience.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way.
A lot of people will not be able to reverse that tackle unless they've played previous Tekken games.
Yes, that is definitely a legacy skill.
And you saw that time. He tried the wall stand and went to the 4-2-3. But unfortunately didn't get any hit on it.
Oh, nice side step too. Oh, and the no throw break from Eggy roll. So Foxy Grandpa just 1 round away from taking the whole match.
Is Foxy Grandpa the new best player in Europe in Tekken? What is happening right now?
We do have a few European players here as well. I think King J is here, right?
I haven't seen King J yet either. Yes, I heard he is here. Big.
Forward two.
Yeah, those Tooth Fairies adding up.
Is that the move name in the move list now?
Isn't it?
I
I was called a Tooth Fairy.
I thought it was Demon Cutter.
Demon Cutter?
Yeah, that's what
Whoa.
I remember it being. 2 very different names.
Very different name. I mean, it's like a Tooth Fairy. You know, she like knocks your teeth out. Yeah.
Right.
That's what I thought. Could be wrong. And look at that, Foxy Grandpa. 3 rounds straight for the second game. Looking impressive here. Impressive is definitely the word to use to describe Foxy's performance so far.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
No. I was like, you'll see if he knows a combo. You know, let's see if he knows how to backdash a little bit. No, he had it all there.
Especially with Asuka, out of all characters. I would expect, like, normally when someone comes from another game and picks up Tekken, usually they pick someone like Lars or Jack or something like that. But not Asuka.
And look at this guy coming up to the stage. Lord Sparrow Jin. It's Sparrow Jin.
It's Sparrow Jin. Sparrow the Hero Jin.
Going up against X Variable.
I think that's like a math pun, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe he's a Marvel player getting ready to do some functions. Not really sure. X Variable versus ITS Sparrow Jin.
Right. So we saw Sparrow Jin all during the Tekken Tour last year, playing Paul Phoenix.
Right.
Recently reacquired his love, Eddie Gordo, but has been having a bit of a crisis, you know, deciding which character to play. He obviously, in Tekken 7 itself, he has more experience with Paul Phoenix, but in Tekken overall, he has more experience with Eddie Gordo.
That is a rough situation to be in, without a doubt. You know, I've been telling a lot of people, I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that there's going to be an American in the top 8 for Tekken 7 this year?
I do. I really do.
You do think so?
Yeah.
I've been saying that I feel like this might be the year that an American does not make it into that top 8, just because the sheer number,
amount.
right, exactly. Sheer number of Japanese and Korean players that have come to this event in particular. But I said if there was an American who would make it in, my money was on Mr. Naps, and then after that, Sparrow Jin. Like I just something about Sparrow,
man.
Just something about Sparrow, the way he plays when he gets put into those situations to go against the international players, he always seems to pull through.
You know what it is? Like, we have a running joke, because Sparrow's originally from New York, Long Island, New York City. We had a joke that Sparrow Jin is always the main character.
What?
So when he's put down, you know, against the ropes, he always comes back from it, because you don't see the main character dying. So, and yeah, he had a really good showing. You know, he made it in Last Chance qualifiers last year.
All right, well, it seems like they're having a little bit of technical difficulties. They're going to have to restart the PlayStation, so it's just going to be a second. You saw that sick lanyard there on the guy who was fixing the PlayStation, the Dragon Ball
Dragon Ball Fighters
lanyard. Did you get one of those?
Yes, I did.
Very nice, very nice. It's attached to your pants, I guess.
Yeah,
all right,
man.
can't show the people.
No. I mean, I could get up, but I don't think that'd be the best idea.
It's too much work, but hope you guys are having a good time watching this Tekken 7 action here at EVO 2017.
A lot of high-quality action here lately.
Tell me more about it. Like I said, I haven't seen a whole lot of it because I've been, you know, busy doing other stuff.
You know, the thing is, like, there's so much Tekken going on right now. I don't even know how many setups we have. We have, like, I think, like 9 setups, maybe more over here. We have the stream setup. We had Tekken setup on the main stage for a while. So there are so many matches I missed. I know recently Jackie Tran just got put into losers by speed kicks. So my money would be that speed kicks made it out of that pool in winners, and probably Jackie Tran and losers. So that's the newest update I have so far. That's
a very good update to hear from. Man, speed kicks over Jackie Tran. Jack Tran been traveling. You know, he lives in Las Vegas, which is where EVO is held, but he's been coming down to Southern California for Wednesday night fights every week for the last
crazy,
like 3 weeks.
Right? That's like you traveling to EVO every week.
Exactly. I wouldn't do it. But, you know, Jackie Tran, Wade Gamble, they've been making the trip down to Wednesday night fights. Wade Gamble actually won a Wednesday night fight. So, the practice is paying off, essentially, right?
You guys let that happen?
Unfortunately, we did. He didn't play me in that tournament, but he did win that tournament.
Right. So Wade Gamble, another one to look out for. I don't know if he played yet. I haven't seen any of his matches.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how he does as well.
Like I said, there's a lot of, I guess we could call them Wizard World faces, you know, players like myself, you, Anakin, Peeling, Sweet Cakes that, you know, showed up a lot during last year's Tekken Tour.
Yes.
And now we're going to see how all these players are doing now that everyone has a game. So it's kind of an even playing field now.
I hadn't really thought about it, but now that you mentioned it, all the players you mentioned are all out of winners so far.
Right.
So it seems like everyone who put in a lot of work last year during the Tekken Tour is doing fairly well at EVO this year.
So far.
So
I mean,
far.
we are. Are we barely through the halfway mark? Like.
I don't think we're close. I don't think we're close, man.
So we're gonna see how everyone does during this Tekken World Tour. You know, huge event. Can you provide some details on how the Tekken World Tour?
I can't, but there is a website that you can go to. It's TekkenWorldTour.com.
Definitely check that out.
And all the information is there. The one I use that website most for is looking at the schedule of events. It lets you filter it by the regions as well as the level of event, right? Like, so whether it's like a master or a challenger event or whatever, right?
Definitely useful information to have.
Right. So after this, there is a smaller event happening next week, DreamHack Atlanta.
That's right.
I heard Bloodhawk is going there.
So Bloodhawk and NYC Fab qualified from Next Level Battle Circuit.
Good old NLBC.
NLBC. So shout outs to Matt Reno and everyone who helped make that happen.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we're we got the game up and running. So
yeah, it's booting up right now. You're at the menus.
Right.
They're in there.
Another thing I forgot to mention about the Tekken World Tour is that EVO, I think, is the only event where the winner is automatically qualified.
It is, and that the international players are allowed to take the points.
Take the spot, yeah.
Right. So a huge international event here for Evolution and the Tekken World Tour. We spoke with Harada and Michael Murray earlier on the jump off about the Tekken World Tour and how they feel doing it so far, whether they want to continue it later in future years, etc. Whether there might be a crossover with adding more titles from the Bandai Namco library to the tour,
like Dragon Ball fighters.
Perhaps some Dragon Ball fighters added there. Maybe some other surprises if they have anything down the line as well. And they seem very open to it. There seems like the biggest issue they have is just with the gambling situation with the laws in Japan.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to work around that by trying to get U.S. ops to handle it, etc. So just a lot of red tape to get through. Exactly. But it definitely seems like something that they're working on and trying to figure out how to continue to do.
I can't wait to see what happens, man. I love seeing how big Tekken's getting. I love how many people are watching right now. So shout out to you guys watching.
Oh, of course. Yeah, 1,200 and I believe 79 entrants for EVO this year for Tekken. It's like a 500-man increase from last year. You got to remember, Tekken 7 has been at EVO the last 3 years, or last 2 years before this.
Right. This is the first time it's on console.
First time on console, and a huge spike in the entrant numbers. So fantastic stuff. Shout out to everyone who came out here and supported the game and continues to do so around the country in all the events for the Tekken World Tour.
All right, but here we go. X Variable versus ITS Sparrow Jin. Sparrow Jin picking his little of Eggy Gordo. Ducks under the running two. Superman punch.
And Sparrow has gotten so much better as he had more time with Tekken 7. I remember the first Wizard World events he came out to.
Yeah,
he was just so rusty.
Always missed top 8.
And he always was, not only just missed top 8, but he would also have so little experience against all of the Tekken 6 characters. Because you got to remember the last Tekken Sparrow Jin played was Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, where he actually got second place to Arario at Evolution. I believe that was 2007. So here he is a decade later. He's missed a couple Tekkens, but he spent a lot of time in the Tekken World Tour, or in the Tekken Tour last year at all the Wizard World events and all the other events that he went out to, sharpening his skills, resharpening his skills. And right now, I'm hoping he does well here at EVO. That's what I'm thinking for Sparrow.
Another notable fact is that he was the final last chance qualifier for the Tekken World Tour.
At the national tournament last
internationals, yeah. And so right here, showing his Eddie Gordo skills off on X Variable right now. Looks like he's definitely been putting in the work with Eddie Gordo.
Yeah, I definitely played a couple sets myself against his Eddie at CEO. Just casual matches, and man, his Eddie is really buff. Really buff. Spring kick that time.
A jumping low.
Oh man, the scoops. Wall splat,
wow,
you're done.
I didn't know that wall splatted.
Cheap.
Round 3.
Oh, then again, it is a tailspin move, so.
Yeah, all tailspin moves do wall splat.
All right, whips the 4-3. Tries to whip punish down for both kicks, doesn't get it.
Off the wall. Oh man, nice pickup. And sends him downstairs. That was a cruise tech, so he can't use another one. Ends with the running 2. Gets the starburst.
I like that, though. He showed off his skill, though, doing jab into running 2 in the middle of the combo.
That's true. You got to have a really sharp running 2 to do that. Again, man, that pickup picks up relax very well, the twin pistons. Even the down forward 2, Parks?
Oh, it looks like he's really ready for this matchup, actually.
I mean, he's either ready for it or he's getting very lucky with the choices he's making, right?
That's true. He's used multiple moves to knock Eggy out of relax. Oh, whip forward 4-3, gets it down 2.
Every move he's tried has worked. I wonder if Claudio can do up forward 3+4 to pick Eggy up out of relax like he does with AOP.
Yeah, I mean, if he punishes AOP sweep with it, I gotta imagine it works on relax.
And now time becoming a factor. Sparrow looks like he's going to take it. Wow, he just did it. The Sparrow hit a button, did not.
I mean, I don't blame him for that choice right there. You have 2 seconds left.
Right.
Like, what are you going to do? It's
and
not like Claudio has a hell sweep or anything.
Yeah, and Rage Art does freeze time. So, great choice if it hit.
I don't think he really had any other choice at that point, so I agree with it. But, you know, not a bad showing from X Variable. Let's see if he can make some adjustments against Sparrow's Eggy.
Yeah, Sparrow got that first game pretty convincing, 3 rounds straight.
Round 1. Fight.
And now the down 3s to start things off there. Down 3, one of the more unsafe lows for the amount of damage it does in the game, but it has deceivingly good range.
Right, and if you space it correctly, like a lot of characters can't even launch it.
Right.
Oh wow, what a combo from X Variable.
Yeah, I believe it's -17, so very launch punishable, but as you mentioned, like even like Jack's wall standing 1 won't punish it at max range.
And Eggy, not known for his range on wall standing launches.
Oh boy.
Gets the rage drive though.
Nice side rolls his way out of there, still alive with his rage right now. The cancel. Oh my gosh, what is happening?
I don't know.
He like mind gamed himself.
Yeah, I think that looks like exactly what happened. It's like he just brain farted as soon as he did it.
He's like, I did a cancel, now what I do? It's a 50-50 for myself.
I think what might have happened is he saw the angle that he was with the wall, and he was just unsure what the best option was, so he just did nothing.
Great duck again on the Superman punch.
Nice wall combo there.
Oh man, X Variable in all sorts of trouble.
And standing 4 takes it, so Sparrow Jin 1 round away from taking this set.
Fight.
Back 3-3.
I would have definitely thrown a hop kick for no reason. Hop kick. Yeah!
There we go. Now you're playing
now
Claudio.
You're playing Claudio.
Nice. Interesting wall combo. Oh, no punish on the wall standing 3.
Another one. Come on.
What's stopping you now at this point? Oh, the down 1 too.
Wow, Sparrow doesn't pull the trigger that time after dunking Superman punch. Get out of here! Tell me that didn't just happen.
I don't know. Did Sparrow hit a button?
He must have hit a button, right?
Yeah, unless, like,
if Claudio's hop kick launches relax clean, I'm always using Claudio against Eggy.
Right.
That would be ridiculous.
It looked ridiculous while it happened.
Hop kick. Oh my God, another good choice.
But this time it was because Sparrow Jin did press a button. So
definitely.
So he got tailspin out of it. Nice hop kick. Yeah, his hop kick's a good answer versus Eggy in general.
Yeah, you can see Sparrow definitely hitting the brakes now. Oh, he went for the fidget spinner. Sparrow doing a good job of doing his running 2s. X Variable really needs to mix it up with a forward 4.
Yeah, the thing is, like, he's doing it from a very predictable range.
And the trade is not going to end up in his favor. Sparrow Jin going to take it.
Where did you get that Tekken 7 wristband from? Bright orange?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I think he ordered it on eBay or something. I actually asked him about that.
Did you really?
I did. I did. I think he told me you ordered it on eBay.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to Sparrow Jin. Hope he gets far in this tournament. One of ITS best players. In my opinion, one of the American favorites to get that top 8. But next up, you see her right there, actually, ITS Cuddle Core coming up to the stage. Going to be going up against NLT2's Win It.
Win It.
That's what it is, right?
And it's
not
Win It. Oh, maybe it's In It to Win It?
I think you're right.
In It to Win It. There we go.
So is the sponsor name In It too?
I kind of doubt it, but if it is, then, you know, that's a happy coincidence.
Right. I mean, because if you're on the In It 2 clan, what would your name be?
I don't know.
I mean, Win It's a pretty good choice, you know?
I don't think there is any other choice but Win It at that point.
Yeah, I'm In It 2 Rip.
Yeah, like, that doesn't really go. I'm In It 2 Reno phase. No, that doesn't really work.
Nope.
All right, but ITS.
I'm In It 2 down 2-3.
I believe that.
Yeah.
All right, so another ITS player, Cuddle Core, Usually using Ling Xiaoyu or Elisa. I'm not sure who she's going to go with this time.
Yeah, she actually went to a local event here last night and got first place.
Oh, nice.
Over ITS's Peeling.
Really? Wow.
Lost the mirror match to Cuddle Core. That's what happened there. Cuddle Core came out with the big money last night.
I actually haven't seen Peeling here yet.
He is definitely here. Yeah. He was playing at the same time, actually, across from me during my pools.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure he got out in winners as well.
I mean,
this is his first time at Evolution.
I believe that. I mean, he really just only started making a name for himself and showing up to events right after Strong Style 5, I think, was like his first huge, big event.
I think so,
right?
yeah.
So, and then he just slowly started coming out more and more to more events and really made a name for himself during the Wizard World events.
That's half true, right? Because he didn't actually win his spot to qualify for the Nationals until he won the very last Wizard World event.
Right.
It was literally like a week or two before the national event.
All right, well, I was just saying he's more well known because of Wizard World.
No, actually, what I remember him from actually is he went out to, I think, either the Fall Classic or Summer Jam, and he won a tournament out there in Tag 2. So I felt like that's kind of when Peeling started traveling and making a name for himself.
Right. And that's a far away for him to travel to, being from California.
Right. Went all the way on the East Coast, and look at this match that we've got coming up. Cuddle Core going to be going with Elisa, and in it to win it with Eliza. Elisa versus
Eliza.
Yeah. That's our American pronunciation. Yeah. Going by the game pronunciation.
Yeah, that's too confusing. That's too difficult.
Pronunciation.
All right,
that's the worst. Mispronouncing pronunciation.
All right, so we got a little anime matchup here. Because you have the combos, he definitely looks like he has the combos.
He is in it to win it.
He is in it to win it.
Let's stay.
Now, how much do you know about Eliza?
I know a lot, actually. I've used it quite a bit. I've got a bunch of wins with her in rank. Nice punish there from Cuddle Core, and there you go. That's the first round for her.
Yeah, it looks like, well, in it to win it was trying to mash his way out of there. Ate the frame trap. Down 3.
Oh. Yeah, that power cushion from Lisa is very surprising always.
Oh, no throw break.
And this actually gives her health back. So Eliza just got health back from that grab.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's got a couple bars of meteor. Eliza, when you're back to wall, her down 3 becomes very deadly as she can wall spat you.
Oh, wow.
With the meter usage.
All right, good blocks from In It to Win It.
Cuddle Core's offense. Oh, man, finish the third. You got to sidewalk. That's the only way to get around it.
Oh, you can't jab her out of it?
You can try, but it's going to trade. Best option is sidewalk.
Well, you just block the whole thing, right? Is it punishable if you block the whole string?
I think it's like -13 or something, but best option is still sidewalk. Get your full launcher on it.
All right, nice throw break from Cuddle. Punches her in the face.
Yeah, the thing that makes that string really good is that it looks like her other 2-hit string, which is launch punishable. So a lot of people try to launch punish the wrong thing, and then they get caught by the 3rd hit.
All right.
Yo, full combos. Let's go. And let's stay.
No meter usage there in that combo. Decides to use it for offense instead.
Yeah, use the Moonglide into the unblockable that time. Very risky stuff. We haven't seen some EX dive kicks. That's one of the trademark moves from Eliza. It's very good. Oh, God. Got him with the hop kick. 3 rounds straight for Cuddle Core. Yeah, just jumping back with Eliza and looking for a whiff. And then just as soon as you see them whiff a bunch, just hit EX dive kick. It's a really good strategy that gets a really pretty decent combo starter.
Would you say that's one of her key moves that he's not using?
As a whiff punisher, definitely. Because you can see he's never really taken to the air. She's got a jumping approach similar to Akuma. Like, Akuma has the dive kick pressure. She doesn't have that. But she has her own dive kicks. Like, you can do down jab, dive kick, down jab, dive kick. And people can low parry that, or they can interrupt or backdash it, or sidestep it. But you can always mix it up with just not another down jab, just go straight back into another dive kick. So it's a pretty dirty strat for people who aren't familiar against Eliza.
But it looks like In It to Win It is not using that strat right now.
No, he's not. That's the thing, man. You know, when you enter a tournament, you've got a new character. You've got to know what people aren't going to be ready for.
Right. And that's the thing, too. I think a lot of people are expecting, like, Eliza players to show up at EVO.
And, you know, Eliza would have been a great choice for a lot of players just because a lot of people don't have access to her. If you didn't pre-order the game, you still cannot purchase her.
You have no access to her, no practice against her.
You cannot go to practice mode. Anything.
The Japanese, the Asian players have no,
unless they pre-ordered it, yeah.
If they're, I mean, if they're still only playing at arcades, you know, they have no experience against.
They're way behind. They don't have Eggy, or they're missing a lot of stuff at that point.
I remember, I believe it was Junior, 20Z Junior picked Eliza versus JDCR and was giving JDCR a hard time at CEO.
That's the way to do it, man. That is the way to do it. Running 3-4 now for Cuddle Core, looking to get the 6th round straight.
Oh, there's that dive kick finally.
Yeah, she's starting to remember.
But it might be a little too late.
In it too late. And still not a whole lot of meter usage. There's the jump back. That's beautiful.
Oh, we get the 4-2-4 though.
Oh, look out. Charging it up. That'll do it.
6 rounds straight for Cuddle Core with that solid play. In it to win it, not really capitalizing with Eliza there.
No, not at all.
And we see JDCR just walk past right there.
Oh, was he? Dang, I missed him.
Too busy to watch Tekken, man.
Oh, yeah, JDCR definitely in it to win it. Who's your favorite to take this tournament this weekend?
I guess it would be JDCR. You know?
There he is on screen right there. JDCR with his Echo Fox manager.
I mean, he's coming off his win at Rev Major in the Philippines, right?
Yes, and man, I just looked at what match coming up next. Foxy Grandpa's coming back. Guess who he's playing? Echo Fox's JDCR. Boy, oh boy. Man, can you imagine if this is an upset?
I would be.
We were already pretty impressed with Foxy, but this is a whole nother test.
This would be an unfathomable amount of impressive.
We'll see what happens, man.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's going to happen, but, you know, never say never.
Especially not at EVO.
Right.
Especially not EVO. You know, the number, I think, 4 seed in the tournament, Bonchan in Street Fighter, Bonchan, lost to Andy OCR, who doesn't even really play Street Fighter 5 a whole lot, but he got sent to loser bracket very early in Street Fighter 5, first round of pools.
Anything can happen, just like how Tanukana lost to...
She's out.
Beautiful dude.
She lost to beautiful dude, a Guilty Gear player using Claudio. I mean, if you're going to go anime in Tekken, you might as well use Claudio, right? And he pulled through.
Oh, yeah, what's more anime than Claudio?
In Tekken? Maybe Elisa? I don't know.
Elisa.
But Claudio's up there.
All right, so it looks like Foxy Grandpa's trying to set himself up right now, having some controller issues.
Looks like the console is freezing again.
All right, so let's go over JDCR's history at EVO. So last year was he in Grand Finals?
No, I believe he actually didn't make the top 8. I believe he lost to Knee to get into the top 8.
Oh, wow.
I think that's what happened.
That's when Knee was using Akuma, right?
Right.
Yeah, and JDCR, I think, had been living in Europe for a while, so he wasn't really playing.
I don't recall. Something like that. But the point is he lost, and he got, I think, 9th place last year.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure it's to Knee. I'm pretty sure that was a matchup that had to be played. I'm pretty sure.
Right. And then what about, I think he was EVO champ in Tekken Tag 2.
Yes.
Before that. And he's coming off a win in the Philippines at Rev Major, but I don't think he won the Thailand major.
Oh, Tiger Uppercut?
Tiger Uppercut.
Who won that?
I don't remember, but I don't think it was JDCR. I could be wrong.
But obviously other previous accomplishments he's had this year. CEO, Saint got first place, JDCR got second. Combo Breaker, JDCR got first, Saint got second. So, you know, they've been running this pair victory streak for a while.
The Echo Fox victories have been pretty high numbers for us so far.
Of course, of course. Yeah. You know, so JDCR definitely looking like the favorite coming into EVO this weekend because of his performance at Rev Major.
Right.
You know, he had a crazy grand finals with Knee there, and
Can we
he
talk
got the
about
victory.
the finally seeing them shake hands after how many years of this bitter rivalry that I think just started in the arcades. But
yeah, I don't know the history of the rivalry itself, but I mean, obviously there was some beef there, and finally the handshake, you know, a lot of mutual respect there.
You could tell so much by the body language in the players. I think you saw when Knee was
just like body language.
Maybe. I hope not.
Go on.
So JDCR's thoughty language.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see Knee get up and he thinks about it. You know what? I'm just gonna give it up to the kid finally. And I think that was a huge moment. You saw all of the Philippines explode.
The crowd, you just see go up there.
Just
you
for
can see
a
in the
handshake.
little corner of the screen. You can see Tasty and Markman. They're like, oh!
Yeah, that was insane to see. You know, no one expected that. You know, you thought it was just gonna be another. You know, okay, I won by.
Man. Yeah. So great stuff. Of course, you know, both of them are here. Knee and JDCR both are here, as well as Nin, former EVO champion, Nobi, former EVO champion, and Saint, of course.
Right.
So you got all 5 of those Asian top players here. Take, of course, as I mentioned before, Yu, Taisei, Kuro. The list goes on and on. It actually does.
Not even just Asian. We have Fuko from Venezuela.
Fuko is in the loser bracket.
Oh, really? Who did he lose to?
Gallo.
Really?
WC Gallo from Southern California, who's been eliminating me the last couple weeks of Wednesday night fights with his lucky Chloe.
How's that happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't you play Chloe now? A little bit?
No. I picked her up a little bit, but yeah. I've been bouncing around character to character to learn all the characters. That's been my strategy. leading up to Evolution, at least so far. But, you know, it's working out so far. I've learned, my approach has been pick up the character, find out what I think is cheapest, and then learn how to counter that cheapest thing. So, you know, I was using Katarina. I said, all right, 444 is one of the cheapest things I've seen in any Tekken game.
Why do you think it's so cheap?
Because it's a high, mid, high string, right? It's a counter launcher. But the thing is, it's so fast that if you try to interrupt it, the mid's going to hit you. Right. And then the mid-high jails on block.
Oh, so you can't do anything.
You can't do anything. She's just going to hit 444, and you just got to take it. And if it's a counter hit because you hit something, boom, she gets an easy combo. Easy confirm, just hit 2-2. So it's super cheap.
So what's the weakness to it?
You got to duck the first hit or sidewalk right. Sidewalk right is a great answer to beat her 444. So I played Renzo earlier, Yellowtail.
And you just remembered that?
I remembered it in the final game. I was like, isn't there something I'm supposed to do about this? Oh, yeah, sidewalk right. And I sidewalk right, and I beat him.
Maybe it's time to get that little Tekken notebook. Remind yourself.
It is. It's in my phone, actually. I actually did start taking notes in my phone.
You know, that's been a pretty common strategy amongst higher-level fighting game players. Like, you see it all the time now. They whip out their phones in middle of matches and look
I just got a text. I just got a text that says that Sukin beat Take.
Sukin user.
Sukin user, the Lei Wulong master from Southern California, apparently has beaten Take, which, if that is true, is very impressive because he's using Eliza.
He's maining Eliza.
He's maining Eliza.
Because he has no Lei Wulong.
Right, and so that's been the character he's been using.
This might be what I was just talking about earlier, how in Asia they might not have any Eliza experience at all with certain players.
And Sukin has been putting in work. And he is a Tekken veteran, of course, right? He qualified
he knows
for
how to play
SBO.
Tekken.
He's had plenty of great performances at many turns. But, you know, Sukin is one of those guys who has never made, well, 2009 actually, he was in the top 4 of Tekken. But he hasn't made a top 8 since then for Tekken. So it's been a while. And now he's got this Eliza. He didn't really believe in it, but now he just took out one of the best, most consistent Japanese players in EVO history. That's impressive stuff.
Yeah. Definitely
hopefully we can get some confirmation on that.
Yeah. I didn't even know Sukin was here. I thought he was just going to wait until Lei showed up in the game, if he ever does.
I hope that's true. That would be absolutely insane. But here we go. Echo Fox's JDCR versus a Foxy Grandpa. Tekken versus NRS essentially, but man, Foxy Grandpa, very impressive. We saw him earlier today with his Asuka. Definitely knows how to play some Tekken.
And all those Tooth Fairies?
All those Tooth Fairies, man. You can make me try to look this up real quick. So here we go, JDCR going with Heihachi.
Yeah, normally we've been seeing him play a lot of Dragunov. I've asked him about it, and I've asked Sane about it, and they say, like, you know, he finds Dragunov way easier to use on the console version. He finds it a little more difficult than he expected to move with Heihachi. So.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what his decision-making is here going with Heihachi early in the tournament. And we mentioned that the counters from Asuka seem like, oh man, this is really good. And until you reach someone who's has the capability of chickening all those counters, right? And look at JDCR ducking these high attacks. And you see the mid follow-up. JDCR ready for it.
Do you know if that's punishable?
I think it's safe. And if anyone's going to punish, it's going to be JDCR. In those situations, you know, when you put JDCR in a situation where there's a 50-50 incoming, he usually labs those things and figures out the option to defend against both, right?
He'll always have like this movement option select to avoid things. He's so good at that. You know, that really shows the time and dedication he's put into becoming a great player.
Right, that time the hell sweep's going to hit. And right now, not looking good for Foxy.
No, Foxy has work cut out for him.
Counter? I don't think so. Hold it. And this.
Down back
and
two.
this.
Flash kick.
Look at the defense from JDCR.
And you know what? That's exactly how the last round ended, too. He blocked 1-3, so I think he's taking that tool away from him. But the thing is, Asuka does have like a tiny mix-up with her jabs. You could do 1-3 or 1-2.
Yeah, exactly. 1-1, right? A mid follow-up?
I think 1-2 is also a mid.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, 1-1 works as well.
Yeah. Either way, it's it used to be at least not a natural combo for either of them.
Oh, no launch punish on the hell sweep there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Foxy. And look at that hit confirming the twin piston. Resplat on the wall.
Reminiscent of Tekken 4 arena right here.
Could have had another launcher there. Foxy punishing against Heihachi. Definitely not the best. And that 1-1-2.
Yeah. So I think at this point, Foxy's showing either nerves or inexperience with punishing Heihachi or just punishing in general.
Probably a lot of punishing inexperience against the character, is my guess at least. Man, but JDCR picking up where he left off at Rev Major. He has been looking sharper and sharper this year.
Round 1.
Right back in for game 2 now. Oh! The big electrics. And to the wall. Hey. Pressure. Wow, Foxy challenging.
Yeah, JDCR with a huge life lead right now.
Wow, big down action. He's really not afraid to use it either.
The thing is, Foxy Grandpa hasn't given him a reason to be afraid to use it. You know, the few times he has blocked it, he hasn't punished it. He hasn't been throwing out cans or anything like that. So JDCR, you know, not given a reason to be afraid to do lows.
Exactly. A lot more patience out of Foxy now. And he is having a hard time getting his way in there, and boom, the mix-up.
Right, that's going to take him to the wall, full wall combo. I wonder why he's opting for that combo, that jab down forward stomp.
Don't know.
Oh, nice little patience there from JDCR. Once again, a good block, but no launch. All right, and the big knee to take it. Just in case he tried to parry, didn't want to worry about it. Oh, wild sign 1 from downtown.
Oh, man, you can see how JDCR definitely warmed up now.
Nice. All right, that's down forward 1-2 is free when you hit forward 4 on a crouching opponent.
That's so cheap, and again, just spaces him out, gets a twin piston. Resplat combo incoming. Tons of damage.
Yeah, actually working on perfect here. Breaks the throw.
Last chance for Foxy now, but it's not looking good. JDCR ducking the high and standing back up for the jab series. The blocks,
the
I'm
blocks,
telling you,
but
this
no
guy's
punishes.
his reflexes are ridiculous, man. Hopefully he spends more time checking. I don't think he's going to be able to get this one here, but let's not count him out just yet. There it is, JDCR over a Foxy Grandpa.
But you know what? Foxy Grandpa's not done yet.
No, he's not.
He's just sent to losers bracket, so which is, you know, he's made it obvious that he's still a threat.
Yeah, his offense definitely looks pretty solid, but obviously a lot of holes in his defense so far as his punishing game goes. But JDCR looking great here so far. Is that his personal photographer?
Yeah, I guess so.
Looks like he's hanging out over there with Kakoma. But
oh, yeah, Kakoma's here too. That's a name we haven't even mentioned yet.
Yeah, Kakoma, Kazumi, and Dragunov. Because Kakoma actually just won Wednesday Night Fights this past Wednesday.
He won Wednesday Night Fights.
He won Wednesday Night Fights. Nin got second place. And Chetty got third place, actually. Crazy night.
Not what I saw coming, but that is awesome to hear.
Yeah, Nin could not take out Kakoma at all.
What character was Kakoma using?
Kakoma was using Dragunov the entire time.
And normally I see him play Kazumi, I would want to say, right? So maybe just a little bit of sandbagging there, or?
No. Dragunov is actually his other character.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, yeah, he is definitely a very good Dragunov player.
All right, so speaking of Japanese players, now we have Bats from Japan.
Batsu. I believe Batsu is a Hwarang player.
Oh, really?
I believe so. And Rickster actually gave him a lot of high praise and expects him to do super well here. Maybe like a top 8 finish for him.
Well, I mean, Hwarang, also being a super strong character, helps him a bit. And he's going up against Jacobo? Jacobo.
He's like a Jacob that wants to be Japanese, or, you know?
And next to Bots, who is Japanese. All right, so another Asuka player.
Indeed, another Asuka. And it looks like this is going to be Hwarang for Bots. That's going to be funny if everyone calls them Bats all day.
I mean, when you read it on a piece of paper,
when you read it in English, it's Bats. But some people have written it as B-U-T-S. Like butts, but it's like butts. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's not that kind of butts either. It's bots. Should be like B-A-H-T, maybe.
Well, that would be bots.
Yeah, it's closer to that.
Yeah, it's closer to that. That's just Thai currency.
Oh, really? Yeah. 200 bots?
200 bots? Oh, man, that should have been my handle instead.
Man, yeah, instead you got the Reno face.
That's not what I started out with.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying you changed it from that to that without going 200 bots, though.
All right, so here we go. Bots versus Jacobo.
Jacobo.
All right. All right, finally getting an infinite stage. We haven't had an infinite stage in a while.
Yeah, there's not that many in the game. I wish there were more.
But I feel like even considering that there are only 2, we do see him fairly often.
Not often enough.
Are you a fan of wall stages more?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Matchup based?
Yeah, exactly. One of my earlier matches, Renzo, Katarina, like with the wall is so much harder. Right. She's so good at the wall. But Jacobo doing really good so far.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't stay ducking there.
Yeah, one of the things we have noticed about international players in the past at EVO, you know, just the pressures of international competition is just, it's odd for them, and they're not accustomed to it.
I think another thing is that the format is way different too. You know, Japanese aren't used to our 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 format.
Right. Oh my God, big sidestep and down for 2. Jacobo, and the crowd went crazy for that.
Man.
He's got some fans out there.
He's on American soil.
Nice defense.
All right, good block so far from both of them. Oh, the disrespect.
Man. Oh, the chicken's ready to go.
All right, so now I think he knows that he's not going to be able to spam reversal like that.
Of course.
Oh, man, what a chicken right out the gate, too.
That's very rare. Oh, my goodness. Just frame skyrocket.
All right. So Bot showing some momentum here. Nice hell sweep. Running 3. Oh, Peacekeeper. On the down forward 2 out of nowhere, just hitting. It's like an electric. Now Bots is doing some interesting things on Oki where it's just like running up and going into back turn as if he was like Feng Wei or something.
Yeah, he could be using that for spacing.
Yeah, maybe like trying to bait get-up kicks or something.
Would be a smart choice.
Right.
Again,
nice
though, this
punish.
Yeah, these sidestep down for 2s from Jacobo. Working out in his favor for sure. Oh, he's got a sidestep launch of his own.
Wow. These combos hurt too, even with open space.
Punish! Oh, he was late.
But no punish on the back 3 from Bots.
Nice whip punish on that can.
All right, shows him that he has a back 3 of his own to whip punish with.
You win.
First game to Bots.
You see that swagger with only one side of the headset on?
That's. I was so confused. I was like, "Where's the other one?" I couldn't find it for a second.
And he has headphones on his shirt too.
Whoa, the mix-ups.
All right, so straight into rematch. No stage select. I guess he didn't want walls. Nice counter hit up 4-3.
Hey, screw attack. He's still looking for that sidestep left is Jacobo. Sidestep left down for 2 is what he wants to try to find, but Peacekeeper again finds his mark.
All right, Jacobo putting up a good fight though, with the life lead right now. Oh, was that a punish?
Wow, the high crush.
Jacobo getting around. Starts off with up 4-3 again. Let's see if it works again.
Oh, look out.
Oh, once again, ducks the low, but gets up for the high. Right, big counter hit combo here.
Oh, back turn again for Oki. You're right. That's very interesting. Uh-oh.
Tooth Fairy?
Out of nowhere?
Oh, nice raise drive. Oh, goes for a mix-up instead of getting the guaranteed damage.
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah, he rolled his head to the ceiling after that one.
Nice 1-4-2 throw. Oh, no throw break there. I guess a little bit of extra damage there off that low conversion. And how's he doing everything? Is he like just buffering a chicken every time he does a move?
I start watching his hand. That is insane.
Oh, and the backlash. We actually haven't seen that much use of backlash from him so far.
Oh gosh, don't duck. Oh wow, he blinked really hard. It's like, I can't believe I dropped that combo.
Nice, but he ends up closing it out anyway. Nice showing from Jacobo though.
Yeah, that was impressive. That was impressive stuff. But Bots, you know, as expected, pretty strong performance there.
I think what was really impressive is that you almost immediately saw the adaptation from him after the first round.
Yeah.
You know. And
he's like, what happened here? I was supposed to lose that round.
Yeah.
Let me show this guy how to play Tekken.
And those chickens too.
Those chickens are unbelievable. Unbelievable.
All right, so next up we have Mojito versus EVO Bowl of Cereal. I believe
EVO Bowl of Cereal.
Bowl of Cereal is from NorCal.
I believe he is from NorCal.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's still there.
Right.
When I think about NorCal EVO Bowl of Cereal, I think like a decade ago. You know, so
that's true.
I assume
Things
he's
might
still
have
there.
changed.
I assume
But,
he's
you know,
still up there.
I associate people with like where I originally met them from.
Right, like Sparrow Jin?
Yeah.
Long Island, New York.
I moved back to Long Island now.
Did he?
Yeah. So he was in Texas for a while.
That is EVO Bowl on the left. There on the screen.
Right. And Mojito. The name Mojito sounds really familiar.
It does. I'm trying to remember EVO Bowl's character, and I want to say his character used to be Roger Jr.
Right. So
what
he's
character is
obviously
he
not
using in this
playing.
game?
My bet would be Claudio.
Really?
I feel like that's like the go-to pickup character that people are playing when they lose their character now. Well,
I wouldn't
we'll
be
see.
surprised with like a Shaheen or an Eliza either. Maybe with a Katarina.
I don't think Eliza, because he was I'm pretty sure he was playing in NorCal when they had like the little beta testing type of thing.
Right. So he was Claudio in that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he used Claudio back then.
Cool.
All right, so here we are at EVO 2017. I don't know how much more Tekken we have left, but I'm sure it's a lot.
That's the thing, I was talking to Justin Wong last night, and we were talking about, he was telling me that it sucks that Tekken is going all the way to top 8 today, and then they have to play again on Sunday, right? He's saying like he feels that when you have a tournament at this size, you need to split the top 32 to a second day. And I was telling him like, we've never had one this big. We have no idea what we're doing.
Right.
So,
and
this is
EVO,
new
I
for
understand,
everyone.
has to make room for other games too on Saturday.
Of course.
It's a huge event, tens of thousands of people here.
Yeah, it's a long day for all Tekken players today. That is for sure. Because I woke up, I think 8 a.m. I went to bed at like 3, so I got like 5 hours of sleep. And then there were 10 a.m. pools, so some people had pools at 10 a.m. and now they got to play again at 6 p.m. So they've had a little break in the middle.
Right.
But they've got to come back and still play the rest of their day out.
It's the same thing that we had to do.
And it's going to get crazy. It's about to get super crazy.
You know what it is too? It's going to be a super salty Saturday for over 1,000 people.
Super fun Saturday, man. It's going to be a super fun Saturday.
You know what? Over 1,000 went in. Only 8 can make it out.
It's the way it works.
All right. So I was right about Claudio being on the screen, but I don't know who's who.
We got to assume that Mojito is Claudio, right?
At this point, we have to assume that. But, we've had a few cross-ups
Swaps,
before.
yep.
Yeah.
Some people don't mind sitting on the opposite side when they're playing, and I'm like, man, how do you do that? I look at the wrong life bar every single time.
Oh, yeah, that happens. So I'm just going to dictate this using the character names.
Fight.
All right, whip down back 3 from Claudio. Big
Hop
hop kick.
Are we going downstairs? We are.
Interesting wall combo. Couldn't quite get all the way to the wall there. Oh, second hit of the hop kick.
Yeah, try to interrupt. That got sent downstairs. But not a whole lot of damage off that conversion.
No, he could have gotten a lot more. Slice up 4. Nice, 4-3 to take it. 4-3 is such a good move, even though they've like slowly nerfed it over and over. Still such a good move for Claudio. Safe, mid, tailspin, good chunk of damage.
Yeah, I made a video a long time ago about Claudio needing some nerfs, and 4-2 was one of the things about it that I didn't like about him, right? And so now I'm using people like, man, you're such a hypocrite. I'm like, dog, you don't understand, the character's not even the same anymore.
Yeah, that's not what it was.
Round 3.
But great start for Claudio so far, up 2-0 here in rounds. Here come the sweeps. That's one of Katarina's strengths. She's got a lot of big sweeps, a lot of long-range sweeps, low hits as well.
I mean, they're kind of like a double-edged sword for Katarina, right? Like they do good damage, they have a lot of range, but they're all very punishable,
Exactly.
like we saw right here.
Wow,
no
weird
punish
punish on the
hop
hop
kick.
kick. Oh boy, Superman.
Oh, rage drive blocks it.
And no fidget spinner for you, girl. Hop kick incoming. Katarina's still in it.
Yeah, one of Katarina's better moves, I'd actually say. Oh, both of them have really good hop kicks in different ways.
Oh
Superman.
my gosh.
Yeah, so much damage. It took off the whole name of her life bar. Nice, beautiful whip punish from Claudio there. Gonna go to the wall. Doesn't get a full wall combo. Back one.
Oh
and
my
another
goodness.
Superman punch.
You win.
Claudio giving himself a round of applause. I hit those Superman punches very well. Yes, I did.
That was pretty good. I liked my hop kicks as well.
Yeah, those were a ton of hop kicks. I mean, first of all, if you're getting hop kicked by Claudio because you're whiffing, you need to stop whiffing immediately.
Yeah.
In that case, Katarina was still whiffing, going for these sweeps from so far away, just a little
Which
bit
is
out
like
of
a
range.
horrible thing to do against Claudio.
Right. You know he's going to be looking for that hop kick now. Maybe a character switch incoming, though. Interesting. Katarina to Bob.
Yeah, interesting switch there. Not really the same style of character at all.
Not at all. Maybe that's why, though. I mean,
Yeah.
the first game didn't go so hot.
Get ready for the next battle.
How do you feel about Claudio now that the game's come out?
I think that he's pretty decent still. You know, his lows I've heard a lot of people say are lacking. I think they're pretty strong. Like, I understand that they're pretty punishable, but I think Side Step 4 is a great addition. It's kind of hard to just go into, obviously.
Right.
Which
You can't
is
just
the
like
weakness
just
about
running
it.
up and doing it is kind
Right.
of awkward.
But, you know, I think, you know, forward, forward, forward being safe is still great. Forward 3 is still a good move. Forward 3, also a good move for him. He's got some good punishers. So I think he's a very well-rounded character. His hop kick is great. So I don't know where that leaves him on like a tier list per se, but I think he's a great character.
All right, so we'll see just how great he is against Bob right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's like a top-tier character. I don't feel like he's like, oh, man, top-tier Claudio. Not at all.
Yeah, I think what most people don't realize when they complain about Claudio is that blocking against him is an amazing option, and then once you block something from him, it's pretty much your turn to attack.
Right. Like even stuff like that I complained about before, forward 3, etc. It was like my turn to attack afterward. You know, but I just wasn't taking my turn as well. As well as I should have been.
Nice hop kick. This should get him all the way to the wall.
Oh!
Hop kick with punish. Beautiful.
Now that was unfortunate. Cannonball whipping right in his face. Man, Bob is still something else.
Right. Yeah, we actually don't, we don't hear too much complaints about Bob. Bob, in my opinion, is still super good. A nice block on the down, blue spark down 2-2 there.
I think we're not hearing much about it because we're not seeing a lot of them yet.
All right, 1 down 4 closes it out. So the Bob change really working out.
Hell sweep. Wow, he got so lucky that was out of range. Wow, the power crush again because there's no punish on the first one.
All right, Superman punch. Set 4 block, no punish.
Yeah, that one's not launched punishable. And look at that, the 3-round comeback for Bob. And the key charge. Let's go. Let's stay. Whichever one you want.
You know, I've heard that like the key charge is taken super disrespectfully in Japan.
It's true.
Right? Over here, I think, we take it as a slight disrespect, but we're like kind of like whatever.
I don't think of
about
it as a disrespectful. I think like, all right, this guy trying to fire himself up.
No.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with me, actually.
Right.
Unless you're trying to be like, hey, you, slap me on the chest and then like hit your key charge. Like, all right, now I know it's about me.
I don't know. When people do it online, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I don't like that.
Well, for me, when somebody does online, I'm like, oh, you're feeling yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see what happens next round. So I don't really get butthurt about it, though.
All right, so we're going to a final match in Souk here. Claudio versus Bob.
Yeah, it's just about time for the semis to start as well.
Non c'è spazio per I dilettanti. Now, let the show.
All right, so a little bit smaller of a stage here. See how that works out for both these guys.
Yeah, Bob very good at the wall, actually.
Right,
I would say probably better than Claudio with the
I
wall.
definitely think better than Claudio.
And here we go. He's got the wall positioning, wall combo.
Man, look at that. Over half life taken away already. Oh, and the power crush. He does it again.
More power crush.
And that's the thing about power crush is that they're such good round enders because if
As
you
long
have
as you have health.
if you have a lot of health and your opponent has little, it's so worth it.
Yeah, they have to go lower throw.
Which is super risky on their part when they have no health.
Oh,
Superman
man.
punches all. Not the optimal wall combo though.
Wow.
Down 3 points right at his crotch.
And Claudio right back in there. A lot of those Superman punches landed in the first game. And now finally going back to it.
And here's the thing too, like Superman punch is super risky against Bob, with Bob having such a fast wall standing launcher. Oh, weird stuff.
Wow, these down threes are working out so well for him. Yeah, up forward too, very rare to see from Claudio.
Right, I was trying to figure out a use for that move, and I have no idea why he has it.
You can jump cancel it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you know you can make it like a shorter jump by holding up forward before you hit the button. So you can come out a little faster than that, but man, right now, Bob looking good.
All right, turning it all around.
And
Another
key charge.
key charge.
Middle of the game, now we're talking.
Now I think we're talking disrespectful. Or just feeling himself. You might be right.
Firing himself up, man, like, yes, I can do this. I believe in myself. Believe it.
Believe it. Down 3. All right, Claudio with the blue head now. What can you do with it? Oh, doesn't quite get the wall. Should have went for a tailspin.
Here we go.
Side step forward. Good block, good punish.
Get off me, girl.
4-4-2. 4-3, Superman punch, no duck, and another down 3 and another point.
Final round incoming. Mojito versus Evil Bowl of Cereal. Big hop kick.
Not going to quite get him the wall, but going to get him real close. There's that duck I was talking about, super risky.
I mean, so many Superman punches have hit. Right. And finally the duck on it for the launcher, like he was saving up for it.
All right, final round, and they're both about even on health now.
Counter
hit down forward 2, no combo though.
But he ties his shoes. Tied them together, here's the combo. Rage mode for Bob, so dangerous. And the homing attack, forward 3 gonna do it. Claudio takes it over Bob. Which one looks more upset? I can't tell who won.
Yeah, I really can't tell. I was trying to read their faces. All right, so I think we're going to go on a break now, and then we'll be back with more Tekken action.
Time for semifinals coming your way, man. We're going to go play. We're out of our pool of winners. Wish us luck. We'll be back.